very interesting. Hello, it is Smitten Saturday, and it is all about being smitten, and things are going to get interesting. And honestly, yeah, it's going to be a lot. But before, I just want to give a big announcement. Oh, hi, Amelia. Hi, RJ. Thank you for joining, which is, if you watched my radio show last night, you know this, but you might not have. So, tonight, I am putting out a new remix of My Type for Valentine's Day. And this is a very, very special remix because it is a collaboration and it is a duet with a really cool rapper named Kyo, and he does a great job in it and really adds a lot to the song. And it's going to be a duet for Valentine's Day because I just thought, since My Type is a love song, it'd be really great to have a love version of it and, a duet. It's Valentine's Day there. Oh my gosh, it's already Valentine's Day there? That's crazy. For me, it's not Valentine's Day yet, but tonight it will be. And basically, I'm going to go live tonight at 9 o'clock PST, midnight East Coast time, well, about 5 minutes before midnight, just to ring in the song with you and ring in Valentine's Day, because I feel like we've been through so many Valentine's Day things this year that it makes perfect sense to, bring in Valentine's Day together. So yes, it's going to be very, very exciting, and it's going to be awesome, and I just love duets. So, and I'm so excited. This is my first duet that I've ever done. So it's going to be really, really fun, and you aren't going to want to miss it because he adds a lot to the song and makes it like a different song. So yes. But anyways, we only have 2 more relationship stories left till Valentine's Day. I know, crazy. So let's get into the 13th love story. And this love story is a love story of self-sabotage. Okay, so I met this guy who was very perfect. Oh, hi, Just Mark. Thank you so much for joining. You're so sweet. By the way, your profile picture looks super cool. But he was like perfect, literally perfect. He was really cute. He was really put together. He was he was a little nerdy, but like in a good way. Like in a good way. Like I mean that in a really, really good way. And he was super tall. He was literally 6'6". Can you believe that? He had great career aspirations. And most importantly, he was so kind. He was so, so kind. And he really wanted to treat me right, And so, so I talked to him a lot. We started building a relationship. We started building a connection. He was super nice to me. He called me pretty. He called me sweet. He was nice. Your cousin is 6'10"? Oh my gosh. That is tall. That's insane. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If you put me next to your cousin, it would be insane because I'm really short. But he was so cute and so perfect and so, so awesome. And he was just like such a nice guy, like beyond nice and cute and everything. And he liked me. Like, he liked me. And it was super awesome. I couldn't believe a guy actually liked me and I liked him. And it was all working out to be absolutely perfect. And he told me all about his family. He told me about his life. I told him about my life. We really connected and we talked a lot and we hung out a lot. And then we got to a point where we were texting every single day for a month. And then he asked me out on a date to a coffee shop. I got nervous and I backed out of the date. I know. And then another week went by and we texted every single day that week, like every single day. And we had really interesting conversations and like about his career aspirations that were really cool. And I really started getting a crush on him and I really started developing real feelings for him. And he was so kind. He was like super, super awesome. And he had really cool interests too. And then he asked me on a date to have a sunset picnic with him at a beach. And he was going to pick me up at 5:00. And he was going to pick me up at my place and drive me. And he, and like most guys nowadays don't want to do stuff like that and don't even take girls on dates and aren't romantic. And you know what I mean? And so I was like, oh my gosh, of course. And so I was really excited. And this day I made this date with this guy and I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going on a real date. And not only is it like we know each other really well, I like him, he likes me. This is going to be so great. And it's like a dinner date and it's romantic and it's real. This is crazy. And then I got nervous and I canceled on him because I got so nervous. I know, I'm stupid. And then we kind of kept talking. But then I just got nervous and I ghosted him for no reason. Dude, why? I don't know why. I don't know. And I just ghosted him and I never talked to him again. And he gave me his phone number, but then I deleted his number. And so I don't know what his number is. And then I immediately regretted it that I ghosted him. And then I like wanted to get him back. But then I deleted his number and I didn't have it. So I couldn't get in contact with him ever again. And I lost him forever. It's like me, that hurts. I know. Do you love him? I do. I don't love him. Well, I don't love him, but I really like him. And I lost him forever. And I'm still sad about it. So, that is a story of self-sabotage. And what you can learn from that story, that sad story of me being stupid, is just don't self-sabotage yourself, everyone. Don't do it. It's so easy to self-sabotage, but don't do it. Because you'll regret it. You pretty much ghost every guy you like. I know, it's called self-sabotage. That's what it's called. It's called self-sabotage. Somebody help me. So that's relationship story number 13. A tale of what could have been. But anyways, going through Valentine's Day, all my relationship stories, it's been really, really sad because you broke your heart. I know. I broke my own heart. The guy didn't even break my heart. I broke my own heart by rejecting somebody that I loved deeply, who had a great personality. He was funny. He was so sweet. But anyways, see, the thing is, like, with Valentine's Day, it's like all about love, but I noticed that you broke his heart as well. I know, I was so mean. I didn't mean to. And I feel terrible. Still to this day, I feel terrible. And I hate myself for it. I do. I hate it. I hate that I did that. It was so awful. Why did I do that? I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I know, it's so bad. But anyways, all my relationship stories are really depressing. So I thought that I would, for Valentine's Day, you really have 14 stories for 14 days. Yes, and I have another one tomorrow. The last one comes tomorrow, and oof, it's a wild one. It's wild. But anyways, all of my stories are really, really sad. So you need to try to find him again. I can't find him. You don't even have his Insta. No, I don't. I can't find him. It's so sad. I lost him forever. It's really sad. But anyways, I thought I would read you a love story that isn't sad. Because it's Valentine's Day and we want to believe in love. And all my relationship stories are so depressing. So I'm going to try to give you a relationship story that isn't depressing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. So, there was a young actor and a young actress, and they were on set of a TV show together. The girl was 14. The guy was 19. Yes. And they had an on-screen kiss together, and it was the girl's first kiss ever. And she had a major crush on him at the time, and he was like her celebrity crush. And she got to have her first kiss in that way. And then their show ended. They went their separate ways, but they kept in touch. But they never saw anything romantic at the time because of, the age difference, everything that they did. But they would AIM, they would talk about what their life. The guy ended up moving on and marrying another girl because, there was just nothing romantic at the time. And the girl ended up getting in a long relationship herself. In fact, it was a 9-year relationship, and he got married. So, they both moved on. And then once they were both at their relationships, in their separate relationships, they ended up breaking up with their partners. And then they were at an award show. The award show was the Golden Globes. And the girl saw the guy again, and she was instantly drawn to him. She said, "I was looking around and there was a beautiful man from the back. I was literally like, oh, he's kind of hot." And then he turned around and I was like, oh my gosh, it's him. I thought it was the weirdest thing that I was checking this guy out, and it was someone I had known forever. Isn't that crazy? And then they started being together. And they were just having fun. And it was a kind of no strings type of relationship. But then things started getting more serious and more serious. And they moved in together because she realized she really cared about him and she didn't want to mess anything up. And so instantly they moved in together, only a couple months after getting together. So yes. And then they kept being together, and it started to be a very serious relationship, which was very, very exciting. About 2 years later, he proposed. And she said, yes, of course. And they were officially engaged 2 years later. And then, later on, a few months later, she was pregnant with their first child. And then she gave birth to their daughter and had a great marriage. Well, then they got married. Yes, then they did get married. And then, about 2 years later, they actually ended up having another child, which is crazy. And being together for 9 years now, that couple is still together and very much in love. And that couple is Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. Yes, a real life love story. Love does exist. Happy Valentine's Day. No matter how messy, no matter how crazy, always believe in love. Now we're going to do something really crazy. And this is a great story that, well, not a great story, a great idea that over_9000 gave me, which is that I am going to write letters to all of my crushes, and then I'm going to track them down, and tomorrow I'm going to give them the letters on Valentine's Day, and we're going to see if they respond. But today, we are going to watch them. I believe in true love or epic love because love stories are common, but epic love is very rare. I agree, epic love is rare, but if you can find it, it's so awesome. But now, let's write some love letters. Okay, so first I'm going to write a love letter to that guy. Are you ready? We're going to write to the guy that I ghosted, that I didn't mean to ghost because I got anxious. And I may need help on what to say, but I'm just going to let it out all on the line. Hi, I'm going to put his name. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for blowing you off. It was never my intention. You didn't do anything wrong. I think you're a great guy, and I definitely developed real feelings for you. What else should we say? You got in contact with him? Well, I'm going to find his Instagram and DM him this. That's my plan. I'm going to find his Instagram because I know his last name, so I can. What else should we say? I just got nervous and was very busy and overwhelmed with life. I completely understand if you are not interested anymore, but if you're still single, I would love if you would give me another chance. I really enjoyed our long conversations about our similar interests. Happy Valentine's Day. Is this too big? Don't write still single. Why shouldn't I write still single? Because I'm not going to assume he's still single. He's a great catch. He could be gone. What should I say instead? Happy Valentine's Day. Love, Caroline. It would sound weird? Okay. Okay, I will just say I'll take that part out. I took that part out. So I just said, I completely understand you are not interested, but I would love if you would give me another chance. Okay, there. Changed it. Letter number 1, done. Now, letter number 2, if he is not, he will tell you. Yeah, that's true. Letter number 2. Who should we send letter number 2 to? Let's send it to somebody who hurt me. That's who we're going to send our second Valentine, because we're going to make them Valentines. We have to send them Valentines for Valentine's Day. Hello. I'm going to do this. Okay, so basically what happened is I had a thing with somebody and I was trying to make my relationship work with them, but then they did something terrible to me, so I broke up with them. But they didn't understand why I broke up with them, so they said that I didn't communicate with them, and they wanted me to communicate with them. So you know what? For Valentine's Day, let's communicate with them and tell them all the things they did wrong. Are you ready? I'm ready. Hello. Hope you're having a great day. Yes. I don't even have anything to say to them. I don't know if I have anything to say. You know, this is reminding me of my true and current crush. Really? Which one? The one that did the bad thing? I hope nobody did a bad thing to you. That would make me so sad. Nobody should ever do a bad thing to you. I know you are upset with me for not communicating with you. But you need to understand, even though we agreed that I was supposed to communicate with you and tell you when you did something wrong, I just felt like what you did was so wrong and hurtful that I shouldn't have even had to explain it, which I really do feel that way. Explain it. I'm sorry if it was immature. Also, in the moment, I was so beyond shocked at your behavior that I honestly felt like I was going to faint because I was so caught off guard. Mainly because I was all in to make our relationship work and very excited to get to know you again. But you did let me down and hurt me deeply, and I think it is healthier for both of us to go our separate ways. I know this is sad, but I still don't want there to be any hard feelings between the two of us. I do love you, but I just need to love you from afar. love, happy Valentine's Day. Love, Caroline. Wow, that was deep. That was therapeutic. That was therapeutic. That was deep. Sorry, I had to leave. What are you doing? I'm writing love letters, aka Valentines, to all my crushes. So what I'm doing is today, I'm writing the Valentines to my ex-lovers. And then tomorrow I will be sending them the Valentines, and we're going to see if they respond. So we've done 2 so far. And I think I'm going to do 1. Should I do 1 more, or should I just do 2? Because do I have anyone else who I don't know if I want to get in contact with any of the other ones. So I think that's good. Yeah. Caroline, I'm packing for a small COVID-safe vacation within my country. Ooh, I'm glad it's COVID-safe. I'm headed on tomorrow. I think Americans call it vacation. Correct me if we're wrong, as we call it a holiday. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, we mainly call it vacation, but vacation or holiday works. I totally get it. But that's very fun. Oh my gosh, I hope you have the best time, and that's really fun that you're doing it. I think you should do 1 at a time, because all in at once can have consequences. Yes, I'm just going to do 2. Because the thing is, the 1, I'm like, give me a second chance. And the other one, I'm like, we need to go our separate ways. So, yeah. So you're really doing what I asked you yesterday? Yes. And I'm very terrified, but we wrote our love letters. Well, they're Valentines. I'm sending them Valentines because I say Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm sending them special Valentines. I don't think either of them want to hear from me. So it may be painfully awkward. But over_900 told me to. Sorry, I don't mean to blame it on you. But anyways, we're going to do something else fun for Valentine's Day because it's Smitten Saturday. So it's all about love and being smitten with somebody, you know. But I don't know if you know of this app. Well, website. There's a website called Wattpad. Is it Wattpad or Wattpad? I think it's Wattpad. And on that website, there's a lot of fan fiction. There are a lot of love stories, and they are crazy. And today, I will be reacting to a Wattpad Harry Styles fan fiction about being smitten, because it's Smitten Saturday. So let's do it. Ask random guys in public to be your Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh. I'll write that down. Maybe I'll do that if I build up the courage. If I do, I'll film it. So anyways, let's read this Wattpad fan fiction and see if it's good. Are you ready? I'm really excited. This looks like a good one, so I'm really excited. It says, Emma Murphy was diagnosed with a life-threatening disease and had one last wish: to meet Harry Styles. Her wish came true, and Harry forms a strong connection with her. He vows to keep her strong, healthy, and alive. Will love be enough to make Emma overcome her sickness? Will the couple be able to have the forever after they always wanted? And this has 6.2 million views. So let's see if it's good. Are you ready? This is going to be interesting. Emma's point of view. I was idly sketching on the uncomfortable bed that had been my only companion for the last 2 weeks when I heard a knock at the door. Come in, I said, not looking up from the handsome face on the paper that was staring back at me. I heard the door open, and tell me if my reading's too dramatic and it gets annoying. And I heard the sound of heels clicked over to my bed. I finally looked up, happy to see my favorite nurse, Sarah. How are you feeling, Em? She said as she started hooking up some machines to my arm. I was so used to the procedure that she didn't have to tell me what she was doing. I shrugged, trying to trying to direct my gaze anywhere, but at the needle she was sticking in my arm. I'm fine. Oh my gosh, by the way, if you get your blood drawn, never look. Never look. If anybody ever puts an IV in your arm, never look. You gotta look up at the ceiling. Because I do that too. That reminds me of me because I always look up and I'm like, I'm fine. I'm okay. Because the nurse is like, Are you okay? Are you okay? You look kind of stressed. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just get this needle out of my arm. Just get it over it. I go crazy. Anyways, back to the story. I continued to sketch, fully aware that Sarah was looking over my shoulder. You are drawing the boy from that van, right? You look? RJ, you look at the needle? How's it fun? Why would you do that? Don't do that. You're gonna faint. I would faint. I might faint. It's not that bad. Yes, it is. Look at my arm. I'm still healing. Anyways, I nodded. Harry Styles. Sarah chuckled. I wouldn't have guessed that you're a fan. Are you acting now? We're reading Harry Styles' Valentine's Day fan fiction. Because it's very entertaining. It's actually fun. It's fun. It's fun to get your blood drawn. It's not fun. It's fun. I wish I felt that way. Because it would make my life easier, but I don't feel that way at all. Anyways, I smirked at her teasing. Anyone that stepped foot inside my hospital room would know that I adore One Direction. I covered pretty much every bare surface with their posters. It was comforting having the boys I idolized surround me 24/7, especially with all that I was going through. I looked at my watch, realizing how late it was. Do you know where my parents are? I haven't seen them in a few hours. Sarah quickly shook her head and made her way to the door. Sorry, I haven't seen them. I'm sure they'll be back soon. Harry's point of view. You boys can have a 10-minute break, our producer told us from outside our recording studio. We quickly filled out of the cramped room, all of us needing a break from the long hours of singing. I sat down on the couch with the rest of the boys following. So Harry, Liam began, making sure he had my full attention. Your birthday is in 2 days. What do you have? Not getting the blood drawn, but the needle tingles. Oh my gosh, ew. How do you enjoy that? That's crazy. Anyways, sorry, back to the story. I was about to speak, but Louis fake cried into my shoulder, mumbling about how he couldn't believe I was going to be 18. I nudged Louis off of me and looked back at Liam. I was thinking we could all go to a club or something. There was a chorus of agreement from the other 4 boys. Suddenly, our producer came back into the room. I was about to protest that it hadn't been 10 minutes yet, but he spoke before I could. Harry, you have a voicemail from someone, he said, putting the phone on speaker. Everyone stopped talking to listen to the message, curious as to who it was and what they wanted. Hi, Mr. Styles. My name is James Murphy. Our daughter, Emma, has been diagnosed with a rare type of cancer, and it has not been determined if it is treatable or not. The doctor predicted that she's only going to live for another year tops. Emma is a huge fan and won't stop talking about you. She recently mentioned that you share the same birthday. They share the same birthday. And lucky she was able to celebrate the same day as you. My wife and I love our daughter so much, and we just want her to be happy. We were wondering if it would be possible for you to stop by at the hospital to visit her on her birthday. We just want her to have one last happy memory. Unfortunately, her medical bills are overwhelming, so we can't pay you much. I completely understand if you can't. I'm sure you're very busy. I hope to hear from you soon. Bye. The message ended. I soon realized that I had 5 pairs of eyes glued to me. So, are you gonna visit her? Niall said after a moment. I didn't have to think about it long at all. Of course not. Everyone looked appalled. Why not? Zane asked. Because I don't want to be surrounded by sick people on my birthday. Plus, they aren't even going to pay me, I said as I stood up and smoothed out my pants. So, are we going to record or what? Why is Harry Styles being mean? I don't want Harry Styles to be mean. I want Harry Styles to be the nice person. You are a frolic reader. Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Because I don't know. But maybe I don't know. I walked back into the recording studio, and 3 others came in after me. I stuck my head back out and spotted Louis still planted on the couch. Are you coming? I said, a bit annoyed. Louis shook his head. I am not going anywhere until you agree to visit that girl. I took a deep breath, trying to hold in my urge of punching him in the face. Wow! Harry is violent. Harry Styles is violent. Stop being immature, Lou. Get in the studio. Just as I'd expected, Louis stayed where he was. Not until you agree. Good for Louis. I finally realized that he wouldn't budge until I came in, so I did. Fine, but only 5 minutes. I watched Louis do a little cheer as he joined the rest of us in the studio. If only I had known that I had just made the best decision of my life. So he's going to fall in love with her. Is that what's going to happen? He's going to fall in love with her. If you spilled the tea, then clean it up. Good point. Good point. 2 days quickly passed by, and it was finally my birthday. Harry is itching to get punched in the teeth by me. I know, why didn't he want to go? She in the character as well as I'm dying. And I'm not. Oh, you're not. You're kidding. Oh, okay. Don't kid about that. Oy vey. Unfortunately, I wasn't very excited for everything on my agenda. I grunted as I got out of my king-size bed. I wasn't looking forward to going to the hospital at all. Why do I just imagine Harry Styles getting out of his king-size bed and being like, oh, it's my birthday. I have to go to the hospital. I'm upset. It's not that I'm a cold-hearted bastard who has no feelings. It's just that I get a little creeped out when I'm near sick people. How's he gonna fall in love with her if he's creeped out around sick people? I don't understand. Okay. This Maybe it's just me, but being around death really isn't my cup of tea. The sanitized sense of hospitals burns my nose. The sound of people screaming in another room makes me shiver. And the flickering fluorescent lights make me feel like I'm in a horror movie. I just hate it. Does he have some trauma? Does he have some childhood trauma with like hospitals that he needs to address? Is that what's going to happen? Is he going to have trauma or something and get through it? And, yeah? Or no? Am I wrong? I took a quick shower and got dressed. I planned on stopping by bright and early just to get it over with. Once I was fully clothed, I hopped in my car and began drive to the London hospital. A few minutes later, I got a parking spot and made my way to the door. When the whirlwind of disinfectant and disease filled my nostrils, I knew I was in the right place. Well, that's a little harsh, Harry. Why are they making Harry harsh? I don't want that. I don't want that. I walked to the front desk, where a bored-looking lady. Why is Harry so mean? Why is Harry so mean? I don't like it. I don't like him being mean. I walked to the front desk where, that's so mean, was typing on the computer when she realized someone in her presence. She looked up at me. Is he gonna turn nice or something? Now I really regret punching him. Oh my gosh. Maybe I help you, sir, she said blandly. Yeah, I'm looking for. I paused to look down at the name I scribbled on a piece of paper. Emma Murphy? The woman checked her computer. Room 205. Go down the hall and make a left. I quickly thanked her and was on my way. When I reached her room, I saw two people standing outside of her door. They looked at me, and their worried faces brightened into happy smiles. Mr. Styles, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to us. To Emma, the woman said to me. I shrugged. I can't stay too long. I have other appointments. You know what, Harry? If you're going to be rude to the sick girl and the sick girl's parents, don't even come, because you know what? The girl is going to be so much more hurt if Harry Styles comes to her hospital and he's a jerk. You know what I mean? On her birthday too. So Harry, perk up. Don't be a jerk. I don't like seeing Harry being mean. I don't feel like Harry Styles would do that. I don't feel like he would. I don't know Harry Styles, but I can't see him doing that. I don't think he would. I'm sure you do. Just a few seconds would make Emma happy. The woman gestured for the door, notifying me that it was time to make my appearance. Now we are going to Emma's point of view. Happy birthday, dear Emma. Happy birthday to you. My parents, Sarah, and a few other nurses sang to me. I smiled as I looked down at the cake they presented me. Happy 17th birthday, Emma, and many, many more. I felt a little sickened by the words on the cake. Everyone knew I wasn't going to have many more birthdays. Aww. This would likely be my last birthday, no matter how hard they tried. They couldn't hide the fact that I was dying. Sure, I had only been diagnosed with cancer a few weeks ago, and I was still healthy looking, but in a few months I would be nothing. Skin and bones, if that. Aww. I hid my true feelings and plastered on a smile. Thank you so much. My parents began making eye contact and mouthing things to each other. Sweetie, we'll be right back. Your present will be here any minute. I nodded as Sarah strapped a heart monitor around my arm. Even if it was my birthday, I still had to take billions of tests and have trillions of shots. I looked up when I heard the door handle twist. I expected to see my parents walk in with a few wrapped gifts in their hands. But no, someone else walked through the door. And that someone was Harry Styles. When I laid my eyes on him for the first time, not being on a computer screen or poster, my heart literally skipped a beat. And if you don't believe me, ask everyone else in the room who heard my heart monitor beep. Harry's point of view. We are going to Harry's point of view. I walked into the small room and peered at one of the most beautiful girls I had ever seen. I had expected a frail, dying child, but I was greeted with a blonde hair, blue-eyed, pale-skinned teenager. You're Harry Styles? she stated after a few moments of analyzing me, trying to figure out if I was really there or just a figment of her imagination. Suddenly, I felt myself loosen up and not feel so hateful. I walked over to the bed and gave her a gentle smile. Happy birthday, Emma. She blushed, her cheeks turning a rosy shade of pink. Thank you, too, she stuttered, still not believing that I was standing in front of her. Her parents came in, overjoyed that their daughter's wish came true. Thank you so much, Mr. Styles. You have done a nice deed, her dad said as he monitored for the door, signaling that I could leave. I felt a pang of guiltiness, knowing that I was actually forced into coming. It's my pleasure. If you don't mind, I would like to spend the day with Emma. She should have been a brunette. I agree. You know what? Like the blonde hair and blue eyes, it's a very typical beauty standard, which I don't like. Brunettes are iconic. Yes, Freya Balak, brunettes are iconic. I would have liked to see a brunette, and especially because I relate to the story a lot, and I just would have seen myself a little bit more in the story if she would have been brunette. So next time, help a girl out and make her brunette. Though no hate to people who have blonde hair and blue eyes. You're gorgeous. But brunettes are gorgeous too. Redheads are gorgeous too. We're all gorgeous. But yes, I would have liked Emma to be brunette, but yeah. Anyways, see now he knows he needs to come. I tried to hide a smirk when I heard the girl choke on her breath. I watched as her parents' eyes widened. You don't have to do that. I thought you said you had other plans, her dad replied. I shook my head. Nope. I just realized that I am free for the whole day. The man exchanged glances with one of the nurses who was fiddling with a machine. She looked at me. I still have to give Emma a few tests. It might take an hour or so. I shrugged. I'll wait. What? What is the change, though, Harry? What was the change? That you just decided to be a nice person? It was just because she was pretty? That's it? You know what I mean? Is he just like, oh, she's hot, so I'll hang out with her? She should have been brunette, Asian, ginger, or black. I agree. Let's get some minorities in here. I agree. Yes, absolutely. We need representation in this world. Representation. I agree. Moments later, I was sitting in the waiting room, my mind flowing with questions. Why did I just do that? Where am I going to change her? Where am I going to take her? Sorry, not change her. I was reading the other part. Where am I going to take her? What changed my mind? I sat there for a little longer than an hour, and I still hadn't come to a conclusion. All I know is that a beautiful girl encased in medical supplies triggered it all. How romantic. How romantic. Or Latina. That would have been good. Would have been good. That was the perviest thing one could say to patient. What? What was the perviest thing that one could say to patient? But yeah, I feel you. Finally, I heard a door open and a figure walk towards me. I couldn't really see much of her while she was sitting in bed, but when she started standing up, I got a full view. She had long, skinny legs. Okay. Now we know it's Wattpad. She had long, skinny legs, a flat stomach, and a small yet perky chest. Why is this in here? Right when I thought Wattpad was getting good. Because I was enjoying this. You know what I mean? Like, I thought this was could be a movie. I thought it could be like an Oscar-winning movie. Now it's just Wattpad. Now it's just like a weird fan fiction. So thank you, Wattpad. You never let me down. I thought wow, this is so normal. This story is so normal, and it's not weird, and it just got weird. So thank you, Wattpad. Thank you, Wattpad. I got up and walked towards her. Ready? She smiled at me and nodded quickly. After she signaled herself out of the hospital, I grabbed her hand and pulled her to my car. Once we both buckled and the engine was revving, I turned my head to look at her. I'm gonna make this the best day of my life. And that's chapter 2. Wattpad. Wattpad. The dark hole of the internet. Though I will say, they're entertaining to read. Like, not gonna lie, Wattpad stuff's entertaining to read, but like, it's kind of weird. Wattpad's weird. There are better Wattpads out there. This whole story is weird, not normal weird. Yeah, that was a weird Wattpad. That was a weird Wattpad. Are there better Wattpads out there though? That was a weird Wattpad. That was a bad Wattpad. Here's the thing. I just think the fan fiction ones are like especially cringy and weird. I don't know. But anyways, that was the most stupid story I've ever heard. I know that would never happen. That would never happen in real life. You know what I mean? That would never happen. I know. And they had no representation. Like, they weren't very woke. You know? Anyways, since it is almost Valentine's Day, I thought I would read you another one of my diary entries about one of my love stories. Just one. And this was about a time that I was trying to get over somebody else, and I went on a date with another person. And if you think this is the dark hole of the internet, you haven't seen nothing. Can you get more of a dark hole of the internet than Wattpad? Can you? Anyways, let's go to my diary. Dear diary. I can't believe that Jason is talking trash about me. It is so sad because I thought we had something special. But you know what? Now I have Davis, and he is what's going to be on my mind all the time, not Jason. We are done with Jason. And I do really like Davis. Well, I'm trying to like Davis, but I just keep thinking about Jason in the back of my mind. It's like I'm with Davis, but I hear Jason's voice in the back of my mind, and Jason keeps texting me and doing all these things to catch my attention and telling our friends these lies, and I just keep thinking about him, and I can't get him out of my head, and it's so frustrating. I just wish he would leave me alone and I would not have to deal with him in my life anymore, but I have to see him at school every single day, and it's driving me insane. He's controlling me. It should be a felony. He is so annoying. But I'm just going to try to focus on Davis because he's great. And I'm not going to lose to Jason and let Jason win. Why would I do that? But even I was driving with Davis, but I was just thinking about the time that Jason and I went on a road trip. This is just such a charade that isn't fair to anybody. I mean, all my relationship was to Jason was just a game. Nobody ever wins, but I don't even know what to do about it or how to get out of this cycle. That's my diary entry. Yes. Middle school story of my life. Embarrassing. I've grown. I'm not that dramatic anymore. Like, I'm really not. Like, I read these stories and I'm like, wow, like, I was really dramatic when I was 12 and 13. Like, I was so dramatic. I don't know what I was thinking. I needed help. I did. That was crazy. But anyways, so, big announcement. Tonight, the duet version of My Type is coming out, and it's very, very exciting. And I have another announcement, which is that tomorrow I will be doing a live Valentine's Day concert on Sessions, and I'm very excited about it. I'm also going to, I don't know if I'm going to do it, I don't know if I'll be able to do it live on YouTube, but I'm going to try to do it live on YouTube as well and live broadcast the concert through that too. But I'm very excited for the concert, and I'm really excited, and I just think we're going to have a great Valentine's Day. So I hope you enjoy it. And thank you so, so much for just being the best. And I hope you have a great day, and make sure to join my live tonight as we bring in the very, very special duet. And also, I will be sending those Valentine's to my exes tomorrow, so we'll see if we get any responses. Valentine's Day has been crazy. Crazy. But anyways, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your day and a glitterful day and just a wonderful Valentine's Day full of all the love. And I really hope that you enjoy the new duet coming out tonight, and I think you're really going to enjoy it because I've never done a duet with anybody or really done an official feature/collaboration with another artist. So it's really exciting, and I hope you enjoy it. Love you. Hope you have a great day. See you tonight. Bye. Bye.